Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise in opposition to the amendment by the gentleman from Colorado. Mr. Chairman, the House has rejected these amendments and a following amendment from the gentleman from Colorado on the National Defense Authorization Act already this year. This amendment would strike the funding provided in this bill to provide for a multi-year procurement authority of booster motors for the ground-based interceptors, GBIs, that Secretary Hagel announced the United States would deploy this past March. This amendment, if it were adopted, and perhaps this is unintentional, but it would actually cost the United States as much as $200 million. Now, perhaps the gentleman is opposed to the Obama administration's missile defense policy as articulated by Secretary of Defense Hagel. If so, that's a separate issue. But when you look at North Korea, you look at Iran, I think it would be unwise to oppose the decision to add ground-based interceptors. All that this amendment is doing is raising the price that taxpayers have to pay for the GBIs that the President and the Secretary of Defense have said that we should buy. This isn't just my position. It's what the Missile Defense Agency and the CBO have already said. Multi-year procurement will save the taxpayer money. Now, the reliability issues that the gentleman brought up have nothing to do with this funding, because this funding talks about booster motors. Of the 26 tests that involved the GMD system, ground-based missile defense, 18 of those were 100% successful. Of the remaining 8 that had problems, none of them involved the booster motor, and that's the subject of this amendment. So this amendment is misdirected if it's concerned about the stated concern of reliability. I can't understand why we would oppose multi-year procurement and advanced procurement of the 14 GBIs that the Defense Department says we will buy. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would urge to this amendment, and I yield back to the gentleman from Arizona.